Floating. And now we're live. Now we're live. That way we can see what we're...
That's going to be a great way to start off a video right there. My big old belly shaking in front of the camera. All right.
I
don't know.
All right, so what can
but
we
you're
see?
not even on there. Oh, wow.
Hi. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties with our new webcam.
Whoa! Panic! Panic!
No bad words, we're live.
I didn't say any bad words. I just said panic, panic.
Yes,
and then you were supposed to say at the disco.
Panic at the disco. Huh? Sorry, we're having technical problems with our new webcam.
Still are. Hold on.
Hi, Chloe! Oh, is Chloe on?
Chloe said
Chloe, hi,
Chloe!
I'm going in on my phone so I can see the chat.
I can see it right there.
So, yeah. Chloe, we are so happy to be live.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks...
How are we doing? Good?
Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, okay. I can see us.
All right, I got the chat up on my phone. We're good. Okay. Hi. Welcome to Disabled Disney Live. We got a new webcam. We're trying to figure out how to use it. So that's why we're delayed, and that's why
I gotta do something right now. LOL. Go do your
commitments.
Follow through.
You can always watch later. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. Bye, Chloe. Dad never met you.
Whatever. Whatever. But come back if you want to. So.
Is that showing backwards?
Yeah, actually it is. I wonder if it's upside down.
No, it's not upside down.
Oh. Maybe it's my phone?
I don't know, because that's showing correctly.
Right, but my phone shows it that way.
Again, new webcam, we're playing with it.
I'm back. Okay, that was quick. All right, so welcome to Disabled Disney Live. I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David. If I can remember my order.
And he's here today. He's not at work, so yay!
Yeah, one of my 2 days off this week.
I just wanted to...
Chloe introduced herself to Dad.
She says I'm Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. I'm David.
We had a whole day the other day that was just her. Everything for her.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so we have to know one of our subscribers.
Are we...
She said, what's up, boy?
What's up, boy? I could see something was written, but I can't read it from here.
It's actually what she said.
Yeah, I can't do it right. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys, we started selling shirts. If anyone else is out there watching, Chloe knows.
Chloe already knows.
I turned 20 yesterday. Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chloe. Happy birthday. Congratulations on turning 20. That's awesome.
Happy
Jillian's birthday is in 2 weeks.
Happy birthday. Happy.
Oh, we can't sing happy birthday because it's copyrighted.
Yes.
That's funny. Okay. All right, so we started selling, you can buy more than shirts. It's on TeePublic. I will put the link when we end in the description thing.
She said happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you, Chloe.
Yeah, Jillian's getting ready to turn 19 in 2 weeks. So you can buy...
Jillian is also officially a college student.
Oh, yeah, so we have an official college student among us. She registered for school today. So through TeePublic, you can get shirts and bags and pillows and all sorts of stuff. But this is I bought this one. This design. We have a couple different designs. It's supposed to be, it's hashtag Disney's for everyone. So regular people, families, and disabled people. Because, LOL. She said LOL. A lot of people get mad at disabled people. And so I don't know for sure who started hashtag Disney's for everyone. It might be Provost Park Pass. Shout out to Provost Park Pass. You guys are awesome. They might have gotten it from someone else. Make a design of Chloe. Okay, well, all right, email me and we'll do that. DisabledDisney@gmail.com. Email me, we'll do it. And then, so today's live is going to be about the age-old argument of Star Wars versus
Star Trek.
So yeah, this is definitely a Paramount Disney discussion.
I thought it was debate. I thought the word
Or
was
debate.
debate.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's definitely Paramount Disney debate.
I'm way too lazy.
I feel that.
I'm way too lazy.
What?
She said I'm way too lazy to email her so we can talk about the design for her.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, that
All right.
me up.
So we're talking, bro, I have 3 friends streaming right now. Streaming us? Oh, thank you. Or 3 people streaming that you're watching. That's including you guys. Okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry there's so many people are streaming right now. I guess it's a popular time to stream. But I was just thinking people on the East Coast would be home, and a lot of our followers are from the East Coast. So, kind of one of those things.
Although it does look like it says 2 people. Or is that?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't always show when people are on.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed
to. Yeah, because that
to.
says live chat 0. So
Right, it's supposed to, but
I don't know. Okay,
I don't know either. So we're doing Star Wars versus Star Trek.
So this is.
She said she has a moderator. I have moderator on both streams. LOL.
That's gotta be fun.
Okay, so this discussion has always been, or this debate has always been, at least how I have heard, has been, you either like this one or you like that one. It's not both, and we like both. And there's a reason for that. That I don't think it should be a this one or that one, because they're 2 different subgenres, if you want to put it that way, out of science fiction. Yeah, I know your mom's not keeping up with the comments because she's texting.
I have the power. Sorry, our the owner of the property just texted me. So
Oh, okay.
Let me hop on and I'll do comments.
I have the power of the timeout corner on the tip of my fingers. LOL.
That's always fun to have.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. They're 2 separate genres. You want to turn the volume down on that so that way there's not an echo?
I did.
This is easier to do when I don't have people distracting me.
Sorry.
See what I have to deal with?
Can we stop distracting Dad?
All right.
My main thing is Star Trek is more of drama. Star Wars is more action. And that's the way they are. So, you wouldn't compare, a cop show where it's all car chases and explosions and gunfights to, say, for example, Law and Order, where it's all the drama behind finding them and tracking them down, and say this one versus that one.
I like Star Wars over
Addie Family Adventure says I like Star Wars over Star Trek. However,
Lucas said Star Wars wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Star Trek.
Right. Star Trek did pave the way. See, I grew up watching Star Trek. I was a Trekkie. I never watched Star Wars until I got with him. Never watched Star Wars.
Chloe said, okay, my mom wants me to practice my art. I gotta go, oof.
Okay, go practice your art, Chloe. Someday you'll have to send me something. Or draw us a design. There you go.
I grew up watching Star Trek, so I grew up with Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, Scotty, Bones.
Deal.
But
Chloe said deal.
But also, when the Star Wars movies came out, I was watching them.
My parents weren't into sci-fi stuff when I was growing up, so I got myself into Star Trek. I actually started with Next Gen, and then, because of liking that, started watching reruns of Star Trek, the original series. So...
And went, oh my gosh, this is exactly like that one from Next Generation. How did they steal that?
So, but I got into Star Trek because all my friends in junior high were guys, and they were all into Star Trek. So that's how I got into Star Trek.
Yeah, she had a crush on Will Wheaton.
Yeah, I did, but he was cute.
Why?
And smart. He was cute and smart.
He's an arrogant person.
For me, he
from
was cute and
what
smart.
TV show are you talking about?
I also kind of sort of had a crush on Jordy too.
Okay, that I can understand.
And there was a time I had
Rainbow.
Yeah, but I never watched Reading Rainbow. So, and I also kind of had a crush on Data at one point. And then after he grew the beard, Jonathan Frakes, right? I thought he looked cuter with the beard than without the beard. Even though I don't really like beards, but I thought he looked cuter with the beard.
Addie Family Adventure says Star Trek doesn't have the Force or lightsabers.
That's true. That is true, but they have beaming and they have
phasers.
Well, yeah, phasers instead of like the lightsabers, and they have beaming.
Well,
and
actually, the phasers would be closer to
what the stormtrooper, right? Like what the
blasters.
Stormtrooper uses stuff.
And stormtroopers versus red shirts, although red shirts are more likely to die.
Yo, the joke! You gotta do the joke.
What happens when 4 red shirts from Star Trek get in a fight with 4 stormtroopers?
The firefight lasts half an hour, and nobody hits anything, and the red shirts still die.
Because the old joke with Star Trek is if there's a red shirt in the episode, they're going to die.
Yeah.
And then
they beam down with Captain Kirk. Kirk starts off with, okay, you 3 go over there to dig 3 graves. I'll explain why later.
And then the stormtroopers never seem to hit anything in Star Wars.
Although they did in Spaceballs. They did hit the princess's head.
They hit my hair!
Hello, Rambo.
Right. We like Spaceballs too. We like the spoof kind of stuff.
I like science fiction.
Me too.
I enjoy The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I didn't really like that one.
I was bored
that much.
Okay, but you guys didn't read the books either.
That's true. I never read the book for Hitchhiker's.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
But he read some of the books
of
for Star Wars too.
Yes.
So he doesn't read books. He listens to them on tape because he has dyslexia and can't.
I don't remember
it.
I don't remember it if I read it. If I read something, I don't remember it.
But if he hears it, he does. So he read a bunch of the Star Wars books.
Or listen
to them on tape. And like another thing with Star Wars, a big thing is with the people is they only really like the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually really like Episode 1.
Well, some people would say, you're so crazy.
Wait, wasn't it made 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3?
Yes. But it's Episode 1.
7, 8, 9.
I never understood that. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so if you don't know why they did it this way, he's about to explain it, so she knows.
I know why, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well,
why he picked section 4.
It's where George Lucas thought it was going to be the easiest to film with what he had, and would have been that section of the original story would have been the easiest to put on film and best to stand alone by itself. He explained that in the beginning of in an interview that he did, where he actually explained all of why he started where he started.
So Addie Family Adventure says there is a theory on why the stormtroopers missed. It has to do with the Force being able to guide fate. So the Force makes them miss.
I could see that. I could also see that they spent more time on mind control and less time on the range, teaching them how to shoot. For as far as the superiors, wanting to make sure that they followed exactly what they were supposed to do. Although,
right, because that's the only way.
They were better shots when they were clones of. I can't remember his name.
Is it Boba?
Boba Fett. Yeah. No,
Jango Fett.
Jango Fett.
Sorry, I
Yes,
can never remember which one is the dad and which one's the kid. Boba.
I'm like Boba's the kid.
Yeah, Boba's the kid.
Sorry, Jango.
Who was another clone.
Fett.
Mm-hmm. But he wanted him to grow at a normal rate.
Right.
So he became his son.
Right. He took him away from the clones and raised him on his own. And that's in the 1, 2, and 3. Which, again, I really like 1, 2, and 3 because, well, that part, but 1, 2, and 3 being that part of the trilogy, because Number one, the graphics were a lot better, which I know is why Lucas went back and added the stuff in later. But you can still kind of tell, like, the stuff that was shot versus the newer graphics. And
Yeah.
watching it's easier to watch to me because everything is newer at the time.
Addie Family Adventure says, but by the time the Stormtroopers came about, a lot of the clones had died off.
That's true.
Well,
that's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why they just started brainwashing people later, which is where Finn came out of, which is where they were just taking babies and then making them stormtroopers and brainwashing them and trying to get them to toe the line and, you know.
FN, bunch of numbers. FN. I'm gonna call you Finn. Sorry, that's my favorite part of 7. FN. I'm gonna call you Finn. Okay.
Well,
actually, my favorite Star Wars movie isn't even part of any of the trilogies.
That's because you like Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One's my favorite one.
Which is kind of episode 3.5.
Yeah, because it does happen in between.
This is true.
3 and 4.
And then Solo, a Star Wars story is...
If Lion King can have
0.
a 1.5,
Star Wars can have 3.5.
Star Wars can have a 3.5.
They yeah, Rogue One's my favorite one, and Jyn is my favorite. Jyn Erso is my favorite character.
Okay, what about Solo, a Star Wars story?
They could have done a lot better with that.
Compared
to
number wise.
That one.
Honestly, I think the actor that they picked is where it all went wrong.
Ooh, we had a message retracted.
So that means she deleted it. You can delete messages.
I know.
I do it all the time. Wait, that's not exact. It's not coming out the way I meant it. Delete.
I wanted to know what that comment was now.
Ooh, she is gonna be grinding on this the rest of today. I gotta tell you, later tonight, she's gonna be like, I want to know what that said.
So everybody put in a comment real quick and then delete it.
Do you think they will make a Solo sequel?
No, because they already announced they're going to stop doing those ones because of how massively bad.
Yeah, like Solo everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be so cool." When watched it, went, "Nope."
I mean, the actor was good, but not what they needed, in my opinion, for that movie. I don't think he was.
I think they were more focused on making him look similar to Harrison Ford than they were on whether or not he could play Han Solo convincing. Furthermore,
he did it too much. He did it like everyone. All the comments that I was reading were like, he's more like Dennis Quaid than Harrison Ford. And I'm like, yeah, in looks, yeah, he looks like young Dennis Quaid. I don't care about that. It was the personality. That is not Han Solo's personality. You cannot tell me his personality changed that much between that movie and when he's older in the older movies. It was his personality.
According to the books, it did, but the movie. This is the problem I have. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with the fact that the movie didn't follow in line with the books, as much as the fact that he made the same type of a personality jump without going through all the problems that he went through. So
I don't think the actor did not portray the personality changes that had to have taken place for him, though. I don't think he portrayed them well enough.
Right, and that's the problem. There were 3 books for the Han Solo trilogy, and Han Solo really did go through a lot.
And so his personality could have changed, but I don't think the actor portrayed it well enough. If that's the case.
I also don't think it was put into the script.
That's possible.
There is a push on the internet to make a sequel after the backlash and its release on Blu-ray. People are wanting another Solo movie.
Instead of making a sequel, I think maybe they just need to redo it. And I hate trying to do a sequel off of a bad movie because then you're just setting it up for failure. It's better to redo it.
It depends, because you can't. Once you let the magic smoke out, you can't put it back in the bottle. or the genie. You can't put the genie back in the bottle.
That's
because
true.
as soon as you rub that lamp, he comes out and goes, "Genie of the lamp."
Unless
Rest
you're
in
Will
peace, Robin
Smith
Williams.
and he changes what he says.
Oh.
Will Smith doesn't say that in Aladdin.
Okay, but Robin Williams did.
Ryan Johnson. I have no idea what that means.
Is that the actor?
Let us know in the comments.
What do you get when you cross an elephant or
What
rhino?
does that smell?
Elephant.
I just keep smelling something. I'm wondering if it's my shirt. No, because I just got
Found
this
it.
shirt.
Found it.
Julian. No, I just got this shirt, and so it smells funny. I haven't washed it yet.
Somebody went.
This stuff, it smells funny.
That's because it's the heat transfer stuff.
I know. I haven't washed it yet. So
Can you
it still
move your
smells
arm
funny.
so that way I can? Thank you. I got a bad back.
I know. So does Mom. I'm surprised I don't at this point.
Okay, but
Yeah, but you're going.
you haven't gone through what she went through, and you have never gone to sleep in your bed and woken up next to the vehicle that you were in. Have you? But that is a completely different story. What?
Tony broke it.
Yes, that is a completely different story and completely off topic. Has nothing to do with science fiction except for the fact that there was one person who said,
Oh, the director. Okay, so yeah, his name is Ryan Rian Johnson. He was the director of, if that's what you're talking about, he was the director of The Last Jedi. Apparently there's a bunch of backlash about saying the movie isn't like the original trilogy. Maybe that's what she was talking about?
I don't know. But we're at 22 minutes and 4 seconds.
So I
so
don't know. I really like the new ones.
I like Ray.
Yeah, Ray's cool. It's nice to have a good female,
Lead.
not just lead, but like if you look at the previous movies, if there was a female Jedi, they were like random and in the background. I'm talking
Oh,
like
yeah.
out there, and
Yes, but in the books there were actually female masters.
I'm
and
sure.
the female masters were generally stronger than the males. So-
Which is probably why they didn't put any females in the movies, because they didn't want to have to pull that little thing in the movies about females being stronger than males.
Meaning a bad movie having a sequel. Ryan Johnson ruined the direction of the movies and JJ has to save it.
They had to switch directors. Yeah.
Gotta love JJ Abrams.
Because they had to.
Now, I will say this about J.J. Abrams. This movie's getting a little slow. How many explosions can we add to it?
Hey, can somebody call Michael Bay? I need to steal a page from this book. I swear that's what happened with the
Speaking of J.J. Abrams, with the direction he took the new Star Trek movies, since we're doing Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Remember, it's an alternate timeline. Remember, we have to remember that it's an alternate timeline.
What?
I will say this though. One of the scenes that I thought was
And Khan is some English guy?
versus European Spanish. Although, full respect to
I don't
Ricardo
know.
Montalban, I don't think anybody could have played Khan better than he did.
Oh, no, he was really good. He was, I don't know, just the direction he took the new Star Wars films, there's...
Wait, is that classical music?
What?
Are you talking about Sabotage?
How about that, Beastie Boys?
Okay.
You're in the category of classical music now.
Only according to Bones.
Well, I guess if it's 600 years in the future, it would be classical music. Anything that
Yeah,
we listen to
that's
now
true.
would be classical music. Because who knows? Bach could have been the...
Askoa Katana, female Jedi Padawan, the Clone Wars.
Right.
Isn't that an animated TV show on Netflix?
Yes.
Well, I don't think it started off on Netflix.
Well,
I could be wrong.
it is an animated
But yeah,
TV show. But yeah, I'm just glad that they did center it around a female versus a male. And who thinks that we're going back to Star Wars now. Who thinks that Rey is Luke's daughter?
I don't know. I don't know. Either Luke's daughter, and which makes her. I'm not sure if she's. What's that guy's name that you got into an argument with on Batu? Like right there in his face.
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't know if she's Kylo's cousin or Kylo's sister. I don't know.
I just think that if she was Kylo's sister, that Leia would know and have said something to her. And we would know by now that she's Kylo's sister, because women can't have babies without knowing about it. But a man can. So it's entirely possible when Luke went on his journey of self-exploration, or even before that, maybe before he left Tatooine, he got freaky with another girl on the planet. He left. So baby mama's just,
I don't think she would have been old enough.
The Last Jedi reminded me of the Battlestar Galactica episode. Okay,
yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm not. I would say that's a very valid point. Very valid point.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, wait. Let's back up here. When you say Battlestar Galactica, are you talking like Lauren Green and Dirk Benedict, or are you talking the new one?
There's no comment so far.
I'm just curious on that. Because
I can totally see that.
But we're gonna wait for this comment to find out,
because I never watched the newer one, but I did watch the older one.
Is that the?
It's the one that's got face in it from the 18th.
So that's the one that
or the second face, I guess technically. What?
Is that the one that Grandma used to watch all the time?
Probably. If she was watching Battlestar Galactica, she was watching that. She also watched Star Trek and Adam 12. Not that Adam 12 is science fiction, but.
That was Grandma Linda. I'm talking about Grandma.
Oh, no. She watched Stargate.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I like the theory that Rey is the granddaughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I hadn't heard that one. But could very well be. I mean, which case, again, she could have been...
80s? I know it's from the 80s! I've never seen it! Oh, you're responding to Dad's
so the
question.
80s Battlestar Galactica.
Which I think it was more like 70s. Because, or was it early 80s? Because when they switched to Battlestar Galactica, I want to say 80? Anyway, when they put the year in it, that was when they actually made it back to Earth, and they were here in like 1980. So that got a little weird. Modern technology, Cylons on Earth. That was kind of weird.
What's this? Ryuko the Savage.
We're discussing Star Wars versus Star Trek fandom.
And somehow we got onto Battlestar Galactica. But again, I'm a fan of science fiction, so
comment section.
Because there's been a big war between Star Trek and Star Wars on which one's better. We happen to
70s, 80s Battlestar Galactica, but adding family adventures.
Right. So, yes, I can see why you would say that. I don't know. I actually liked the new movies. I was okay with it.
Yoda wins.
Yoda, yeah.
There's actually a female master that can outpower Yoda.
That little dude is awesome.
I just can't remember her name.
That little dude is awesome.
Yes.
She was in one of the books, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When 900 years you reach, look as good you will not.
I don't don't even think a human can reach 900 years.
So look as good you will not.
But I don't know. I
have a weird name, LOL.
She
Where
has a
did
weird
you from? Okay, my name is
Yeah,
G.I.
you haven't made the first G yet.
My name is Gillian.
No, it's not. It's Jillian. That's how you
That's
spell
how
it.
you spell my name. But I don't understand where people can get Gilligan from Jillian. If somebody could explain that to me, that would be swell. There's no 2 G's in my name.
Ryuko.
How do you pronounce that? Like, can you?
Is it Ryuko? Ryuko? Ryko without the U in it at all?
I'm just curious as to how you pronounce that.
Well, RYU is normally pronounced Ryu.
Ryu?
Ryko.
Ryuko.
Ryko.
Ryuko.
No, there's a U there. Ryuko.
I know.
Yeah.
Ryuko. Okay. Thank you.
If I recall, there was a character in a couple of different video games called Ryu. So.
And the picture for it appears to be some sort of anime character. Not judging, just stating a fact.
She loves anime, so.
Okay, I like 3 anime shows.
Is
That's not
one of
anime.
them Voltron, like the shirt you're wearing?
Voltron is not an anime, it's an animated TV show. It's 2 totally different things.
Okay, how did we get from science fiction to anime? Really, seriously.
Force Awakens, he said, I love anime. Force Awakens shows Rey's movements and her accent points to Obi-Wan Kenobi as a relative. I could see that.
Fairy tale for the win.
But
I don't know.
But
Accents can change depending upon where you're
Ryuko
raised.
is a girl.
Okay. I'm down with that.
okay.
Just saying, because I'm reading comments.
I'm okay with girls. I'm okay with boys. I'm okay with sock puppets.
Sock puppets. As long as they're not reenacting War of the Worlds, we're fine. Because that would just be weird. Because they already look kind of like long hand puppets anyway.
Okay, we are way off topic.
Especially the ones from the book that had the hand coming out of the top of it that was holding the ray beam, and it wasn't just that long snake thing.
Sushi is the best food, LOL. I will fight
He likes sushi.
I will fight you in regards to pizza.
So we are going to Oogie Boogie's Bash in Disney California Adventure on September 17th.
Addie Family Adventure says, which is your favorite Star Trek movie?
Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
As in double dumbass on you?
Yes.
What?
He did too much LDS
In the 60s. LDS.
LDS.
Yeah, this is a family-friendly channel. You can't use that word.
It's a
Double?
quote from the movie.
Double? Can't say double?
No, the other word. You can't use that word.
Word.
Yeah,
I like
Star
sour
Trek 4,
for example. Lemons, LOL.
The Voyage Home is my favorite. What's your favorite Star Trek?
Well, see, that's kind of tough because Star Trek 2, the Wrath of Khan was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree that the first one really sucked.
Star Trek 5 worse than 1.
No, it's
No.
not. I really heartily disagree with that statement that he made.
Roger Scooter Belly.
Okay. Off topic here. 3 was okay, significantly better than 1, but not as
Addy
good as 2.
Family
4 was
Adventure
good.
says Wrath of Khan, like
Yeah.
with 10 exclamation points.
You do have to watch 3 so you understand 4.
That
Yeah.
would be Spock.
Yes.
I know there's a weird dude in Star Trek with big ears. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Spock.
either Spock or any of the Ferengi.
Yeah, that is possible. Or Vulcans. You know, Vulcans
Spock is a Vulcan.
have
He's got
pointed
that
ears like elves, but the Ferengis have ears that are actually out like almost like an elephant. Kind of.
But Romulans have the same ears because they're cousins of.
I call him Ugly Dude. Do you know the character name? That would help.
Quark?
She probably means Spock. It depends on which Star Trek you're talking about.
Yeah,
that makes a big
All
difference.
right, yeah.
Star Trek?
I mean, I do like Wrath of Khan, but 4 is my favorite, hands down.
I don't know. I really like Generations.
That one was pretty good too.
Is that the one where Picard and Kirk meet?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was kind of weird though to have Kirk stuck, like a weird ending for Kirk's storyline.
Yeah,
like
it
he's
was.
stuck on this thing, and he's reliving the same fictitious moment in time over and over for always.
He wasn't living anything, because
it's his
within a couple
paradise
of minutes,
or whatever.
right, within a couple of minutes of him getting there is when Picard showed up. He said that. He said, "I just got here a couple of minutes ago, and the next thing I know, you showed up."
But he wasn't. That was the point. He had been stuck there. He just thought he was.
I gotta go. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
But that's the point of it. But yeah, it was okay. I do kind of, okay, so if I'm going to go like one from Next Gen and one from the original series 4. But if I'm going to go for my favorite one for Next Gen is the one with the Borg.
First Contact.
Yeah, First Contact.
Also has Zephyr Cochrane in it.
Yeah, if we're doing that. I do like the new, so I've seen all of the new ones. I like the first one, okay, but the second 2 were not good.
Addy Family Adventure says Star Wars is better because Whoopi Goldberg wasn't in any of them. LOL.
Okay, so I've heard the stuff about her, and yes, her character didn't fit in weird. It was kind of weird, but I did like her character.
Her character was funny.
Yeah.
I don't think that had anything to do with her character on Star Trek. I think it had to do with her political standpoints right now.
Okay, well, I look at stuff based on the work they do, not
their views.
Right. Whatever she's doing. I don't even pay attention to that stuff. And yes, I've seen stuff that's like her character was misplaced. Yes, it was. It totally was. And
I think
the whole reason for it is because she went to them and said, I want to be on Star Trek. Find me a role. And so they made her up a role. Yeah, it totally was kind of out of place, but there were times where it was that funny element that they needed.
Like her and Q being mortal enemies. That was pretty fun.
And I like the one where Picard and Ro and her and Keiko are kids.
Yeah.
That one's
I don't remember that episode.
You'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The only episode I remember with
I'm gonna
Picard
go play.
kids was the episode where Picard got stuck in the turbo lift with the
when he
little
was
ones. And he made them, and
he made them officers.
Mm-hmm. That was so cute.
That he wasn't a kid; he had kids.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But no, there was actually an episode where Picard was turned into a kid.
Yes.
Along with those other characters.
And I don't know. Yeah. I thought that episode was hilarious, but I was like a teenager watching all this stuff, and that's.
I still say the best Star Trek episode. If we're going to go off of episodes,
The Trouble with Tribbles.
You're
talking about Trials and Tribulations.
That's the best. Trials and Tribulations is the best episode of Deep Space Nine. Okay, that was an excellent episode. But honestly, honestly, the one I always liked, what?
He's throwing the tribbles on Kurt.
Somebody close that hatch. No, actually, I like A Piece of the Action just a little bit better than Trouble with Tribbles.
It's the one where they end up in a world that's stuck in like 1940s
Oh,
US,
20s.
or 1920s US.
Yeah,
Right,
where the
and-
mobsters are hitting each other,
right.
and McCoy forgets his communicator in Bella's office.
Yeah.
You never
Hey.
know, Bones. They could be coming to us and asking for a piece of our action.
And Kurt holds up the Tommy.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're right. That episode's funny.
So back to Star Wars though.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Sure.
Why do we keep going back to Star Wars?
Because technically that's Disney.
I know, but
So
the whole
You know, like
the
that.
first half of this was all Star Wars.
Well,
We've hardly done Star Trek.
Star Wars is still coming out with
The
new
only
stuff.
way I'll say Star Trek is better is if Rosie O'Donnell is cast as Rey in the Rise of SkyWalker.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, but it's not.
We're not saying Star
Again.
Trek is better. We like them both.
Yeah, it's going back to the beginning of it, of our argument for it is they're both in the sci-fi drama or sci-fi genre, but Star Trek is more of a drama and Star Wars is more action. So I don't think it's fair to compare the two straight across because they're not exactly the same. That's like trying to compare, say, a cop show like Starsky and Hutch to Law and Order. They're not the same show, so you wouldn't be able to go, well, this one's better than this one. It's your preference as to whether you like action or drama.
Yeah,
That's the direction
the
you're
whole
going to
thing
go.
that started this off was people are always saying they like one or the other. They don't, and we're trying to say we like them both.
Right, and
That's like the whole thing that started this thing.
so here's my thing, though. If Star Wars is better than Star Trek, then you can't sit there and say, well, Star Trek's the movies for Star Trek has worse graphics because it's the same people who did the graphics for both. It was Industrial Light and Magic and Skywalker Sound that did the stuff for all the Star Trek movies. They wanted somebody who was going to, when Paramount needed a company to do the best that can be done with space, they went to the people they knew had pioneered space graphics.
And do the best
the best possible.
graphics.
It's just a
So
fun
they
rivalry.
went
Oh yeah,
Is what Happy
Definitely.
Family Adventures
It's
is.
definitely.
It's just a fun rivalry.
But
Yes. Yes, and people are going to say, oh no, this one versus that one forever. But there's no reason why you can't like both.
and we do. So speaking of the Rise of Skywalker, I saw this on this one discussion board. I don't remember what it is now. That the person writing it thinks the Rise of Skywalker has to be about Darth Vader coming back.
I don't get why.
Okay, Darth Vader's dead. Luke is
gone.
dead. Leia, I don't know what they're going to do with her character now that the actor's dead. But there's only two possibilities that the Rise of Skywalker could be about. Yes, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. It could be about Leia rescuing Ben and him taking the Skywalker name and coming Ben Solo.
I don't feel like he should have any claim to the
He does
Skywalker
because
name.
he's a Skywalker.
That would be like me changing my last name from Temple to Rich.
You could. Your dad would probably get mad that you could. Or Rey. There's no one else that the Rise of Skywalker could be about.
I have a theory. So this is gonna sound really, really stupid as soon as I say it because
Then why are you going to say it?
because
Because it's chilling.
Because she's gonna say it.
all right. So based off of the way the other two movies are transitioned have gone, I have a feeling at the end of Rise of Skywalker, there's going to be a battle between Rey and Ben, and instead of Rey and Kylo, and instead of Kylo finishing it, it's going to be Ben, and it's going to be exactly like the whole Luke versus Darth Vader thing at the end. I have a feeling is what's going to happen.
Not
So
Vader, Anakin. Okay, but they're the same person. Anakin is dead. Anakin was killed.
Technically, Anakin died before Darth Vader did.
No.
They're the same person. They
No.
died when he died.
No. You completely missed what went on in that last scene. You completely missed it. You missed the point. The whole point.
Because Luke was talking to Anakin? Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is...
When as soon as Luke took that helmet off because Vader wanted him to take the helmet off. As soon as he decided he wanted the helmet off so that way he could look on his own son with his own eyes, he ceased being Vader and went back to being Anakin because, number one, he killed the Emperor, who was the source of all of his problems to begin with.
And then he died. So,
As dying then,
unless the
went back to
Force
Anakin.
can somehow
bring him back.
The only way he'd be coming back is as a spirit, just like he did at the end of the Return of the Jedi.
So we're turning
Depending
Star
upon-
Wars into a ghost story?
Okay,
I don't
there's
know.
a short.
Hey,
Palestine is going.
Palpatine is going to
Palpatine.
be in Rise of SkyWalker.
Isn't Palpatine dead?
Palpatine was the Emperor, yes. He died in Return of the Jedi.
Huh.
Because he was thrown off that balcony down into that massive shaft, which personally I think was just really bad architecture. Let's go into the Emperor's throne room and make a huge hole underneath of it that just goes straight down for half the station.
I don't know.
Why would you build that? What would be the advantage of building that?
I want to know who was the genius behind that, because somebody definitely got fired.
Like the whole thing of those guys that are standing on that one platform next to that control panel. There's no railing there. OSHA would throw a fit. Because there's no
There
railing.
is no OSHA in the past that's more advanced than us, because it
In a
happened
galaxy far, far away.
long
There you
ago.
go.
In
A
a
long time-
galaxy.
So in the past,
It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
far away somewhere else, there's this more advanced civilization, but yet they're not.
Which is
more
where
advanced.
Fiona's parents live.
That's
Didn't catch
a
that one.
DreamWorks movie.
All right.
It's got to be the same place.
It's 4:00. We should wrap this up.
Somewhere.
No, it's 4:00 here.
The only way I'll say. Oh wait, hang on. I was reading a previously made comment. I'm sorry. Anakin was manifested from the Force, and Anakin could be resurrected from the Force.
Could be. I mean, could be. I mean, there could be farther fetched stuff that would come out of that than that. But yeah, I mean, but
Supposedly, yes. Anakin was a.
the
Force
thing I don't
baby.
understand is why are there only 5 Jedis that figured out how to astral project? Out of all of these thousands of Jedis that have ever lived, how come there's only 5? And one of them, it's only implied that he can do it. You never see him. You never see Qui-Gon come back.
I thought he did to talk to Luke.
Qui-Gon?
Yeah.
No, that was Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Obi-Wan and Yoda did
Mm-hmm.
to talk to Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Anakin did, depending upon which version of Return of the Jedi you see. It depends on, was it the actor in the suit? Or was it the actor who played Anakin in the first 3 movies?
because after the first 3 movies came out, they superimposed
Right.
over
Yeah.
it. All right. So, Rise of Skywalker. I don't know. I personally think Rey is Luke's daughter, and it's got to be about Rey. What's your
I don't know.
thought on that?
He's Rey's father. Luke's Rey's father. And she's gonna kick her cousins behind into going, oh, wait a minute.
And she's the Skywalker.
Uh-huh.
That's my thought too. It better be. Dang it. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. So again, we have t-shirts up on TeePublic. Here's one of them. It's so cute.
Hashtag Disney is for
Hashtag Disney
everyone.
for everyone.
Not our original quote.
We have 4 designs up for Disabled Disney. So I will put the link in the description when we're done. Get that. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to our channel. If you are subscribed, thank you. We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, anything else we need to sum up real quick?
Oh, we have a Patreon page too. I'll put that stuff down if you want, where we have
There is
exclusive
also
photos.
a theory that all Force users will start being known as Skywalkers and not Jedi.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
That one's new. Thank you for telling us about that one.
Okay, I hadn't heard that one. We have a Patreon page. I'll put that information.
We also
Wait,
now have a
would that mean-
Snapchat.
Would that mean that? So on that theory, since I had not heard that one, would that basically mean that they're all gray Jedi because of the fact that that's what Luke ended up being, was a gray Jedi? I'm curious about that, honestly. If you know the answer to that question, please let me know, because
We'll have to do some research on
that's because originally no Jedi's used any emotions in anything they did. Well, Luke started using emotions because that was what he learned to do. Part of that was
because he was already old.
Yeah.
Rey is Kylo's twin sister kidnapped when they were younger.
and dumped off onto
They never mentioned.
Jakku.
I still think
Why does everybody want to go back to Jakku?
there's nothing on
I still think they would have mentioned her in some way, shape, or form in the movie if she's supposed to be his sister.
I honestly think Leia would have said something. If
Twins do run in their family, though.
Oh yeah,
this
no, I
is
get that.
true.
And that would be cool, but I still think that they would have somehow mentioned it. All right. So if you want to check out our Patreon page, we have stuff up, rewards for our Patreon members. We have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as Disabled Disney, and I will put links to everything in the description.
We also now have a Snapchat.
We do.
Balance
Disabled Disney.
of the Force would be Gray Jedi.
Yes.
Right. So
Right.
because that's his thing is Luke is technically the first grade Jedi, so he's the balance.
Right. And the way Anakin brought about the way he balanced the Force was actually he got rid of all the light side, then he got rid of all the dark side. So
And then
The Gray Jedi showed up.
and then
Which
Luke
was
killed
his son.
him. Right, and then Luke killed him, and so it was just Luke.
Technically, Anakin committed suicide.
no. Okay. The damage that happened to all of the mechanical parts that kept Anakin alive inside of the Darth Vader suit was destroyed by Emperor Palpatine.
That's true.
So technically, Emperor Palpatine killed Anakin, or Darth Vader, however you want to put it, when Anakin was killing, or Darth Vader was killing the Emperor.
And the only 2 Jedis left were Luke and Leia, but Leia wasn't practicing.
Because Leia didn't want to.
And then her child, and then now Rey.
I think
The
they
children.
are mirroring the Solo twins, Hannah and
Jaina and Haven from
from
the
the books. Do you know anything about that?
I actually didn't get that far into the books. I had stopped, 2 books after, 1 or 2 books after Return of the Jedi. so I didn't actually get into all of the newer stuff.
Jason, autocorrect.
Jason and Haven.
No. Haven is supposed to be Jason.
Oh, Jaina and Jason. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to look that up too, I guess. All right.
I mean, I have the audiobooks for them, so I just haven't made it that far. I was listening to them when I was driving. I'm not driving a truck anymore, so
It doesn't have the.
I don't have the hours and hours and hours of somewhat free time.
I will open the phone on that later.
Go ahead. Then I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
So, thank you if you have subscribed. If you haven't hit that subscribe button to help us get to our goal for this month is 300 subscribers.
Even though it's going to be in August when we hit it.
I can dream, can't I?
Okay, and
There was a man that had a dream once. He had a dream of a
here we
place
go.
where parents could go and be with their children and have fun. And that man was Walt Disney, and that dream is Disneyland. And
That's
if you
not
want,
exactly what he said.
yeah, well, it's
that's
kind
not
of
what
an
he
idea.
said, but it's
Paraphrasing.
what he wanted. That way I'm not copyright infringing.
Well, you just said it was Walt Disney said it, so it's technically not copyright infringement if you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm
if you want,
quoting.
if
It's
you
not
want
a direct quote. That's
But if you're quoting somebody and you give them
okay.
and Getaway Today has a sale right now on tickets, and I will put our link to our Getaway Today in the description also. And if you use code DD,
Jason actually turns to the dark side and his twin sister kills. Oh, that's brutal.
his twin sister kills him.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
she might have-
brutal.
Spoiler alert.
That's exactly what's happening though. So maybe she is. I don't know. DD 2019 for $10 off your package, and they have a sale right now on tickets, but they do have to be used by the end of the year, and they do have to be booked by July 22nd. So I'll put that link in the description also. Final thoughts on Star Wars versus Star Trek?
Let me just do a couple of things to sum up, I guess. Number one, sci-fi is sci-fi. If you like sci-fi, there's all sorts of stuff out there. Never just discount something because somebody else says, hey, I didn't like this. I mean, if that was the case, Babylon 5 wouldn't have made it out of the first season. Number two, since you brought up Walt Disney, everybody says it all started with a mouse. Me, I want to take it back just a little bit further. It actually all got started by Walt getting fired from Universal. So
Actually, yeah. So thanks to Universal, we have the Walt Disney
if
Company.
it would not have been for Universal firing Disney and him going, I've got to come up with something by the time I get from New York to California, something new for us to do, we wouldn't have Disneyland.
And speaking of Star Wars, I'm going to throw in some Galaxy's Edge stuff. I've been seeing all this, Galaxy's Edge is a total disaster. And Galaxy's Edge is the death of Disney. And
Galaxy's Edge is amazing.
If
Firefly.
Firefly, oh yeah. Speaking of Firefly, I never saw it when it was on TV, but we saw it afterwards, and Julie and I really liked Firefly. So
I didn't like Serenity though.
no, I think
Serenity just made me mad.
Serenity was one of those. We got to try to wrap it up and force it things.
And what I will say about Galaxy's Edge is when you walk up that hill next to that restaurant that's got the engine from the pod racer that's cooking the meat there off to your left, don't stop when you get up there and you get your first look of the
Ronto Roasters. is what he's
Ronto
talking
Roasters.
about.
Yes, thank you.
They actually have a cast member standing there going, keep moving, stop.
Because so
Stop
many
it.
people stand there and go, holy cow, it's the Millennium Falcon.
Because that's your first.
That's
view
your
of the
first
Millennium
actual
Falcon.
view of the Millennium Falcon. And
Firefly was a great show and canceled. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it was
it was
a great
amazing.
show and it was
And they didn't
canceled.
even give it a chance to get off the ground. Really, they canceled it before even the first season was done. But
well,
It was like 12 episodes.
And they aired them out of order
There's-
and stuff and weird stuff. But
There's a lot of shows that were really good that they canceled, like No Ordinary Family. That was a really good show.
yeah, I thought so too. So back to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, so I've been seeing all this negative stuff. It is amazing. The whole reason that there's nobody in Disneyland right now is because Disney went, oh my God, we're going to have so many people coming for Star Wars. How are we going to control this? So they did something.
Nobody showed.
No. They did something. They took all except for the highest annual pass and went, we're going to block you out. And for all of June and halfway through July. Because we expect a ton of people to come. What are you looking for?
Metric.
No, it's right here. So they took
one
the
are you
annual
talking about?
passes and they blocked them out. And Disneyland is the majority annual passes, Southern California people. The majority of people. Not all of them, but a lot of them are.
And people who are going there for a vacation. And the people who are going there.
Addie Family Adventure says I'm going to Galaxy's Edge and Walt Disney World on August 9th.
You will love it. It was amazing. And
It literally feels like you're going on another planet.
Yeah, and
Disney
it's
is so great with that. Like you walk, like when you're walking in there, I'm assuming the setup is going to be the same as it is in Disneyland.
it's going to be a different. It's not going to be
Right, it's going to be a
Frontier
different
Land.
part. But when you're walking through underneath, they have like a outcropping thing. When you're walking underneath, so it's attached to Frontierland in Disneyland. So the wall sconces for the lights are like Frontier-ish kind of themed. And halfway through, they changed to like this like eclectic kind of
Junk.
yeah,
Like the whole outpost seems like it was built out of just recycled junk, whatever they could find.
And the first thing we saw when we walked in there was this planner, and it had all these like rusted and old, falling apart droids and in the planners and
Remember
things.
the R2 unit that was sent in there, the
Yeah,
red one,
yeah.
and it was rusted and falling apart, and all I could think of was R2D2.
And they have
It's an
like
Astro
little
like
lights all over the place and little like buttons. It looks like you can push, but they don't push.
No.
But little lights that light up and things that you would get in a spaceport. And
Lots of interactive games on Disney Play app.
oh yeah, make sure you download Disney Play if you haven't done that yet. Also, when you go on Smuggler's Run, what's the thing that goes off that someone has? There's buttons
There's a
in
red
the
button.
back.
When you go into the room where the chess board is, I call it chessboard. I'm not sure what the name
It
of
is a chess. It's the electronic
Yeah,
chessboard
It's,
from
but
Millennium
I don't
Falcon.
think they're actually calling it chess. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
the name of the game.
I don't know.
But if you've seen,
It's the step right
Yeah.
before you're like going on the ride. They have like a button you have to push when something breaks, and they have stuff you can do and buttons to push. and-
okay, so the only button that's actually active in that room, there's a red button that as you walk in the room, you're staring at the chessboard. You turn to your left, back over in that corner. There's a red button there. That you
Her daughter's a cast member, and she's going with her 20 days before it opens.
nice.
Cool,
Cast member exclusive.
exciting.
Let us know how
That's
that
so
ends up
cool.
working out.
Yeah.
But
Let us
yeah,
know what you think. What you think. Yeah.
I put a review of the Millennium Falcon on our blog on www.disableddisney.com. We're going to be shooting a video. We haven't done that yet about it and putting it on YouTube. We haven't done our Millennium Falcon one yet. That'll go up next week. But it was amazing. Don't believe the hype. It is not ruining Disney. They just screwed up with thinking it was going to be busy, and everybody panicked and nobody wanted to go. When I said I wanted to go, he was like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's gonna be freaking packed. And there was, I mean, literally, we walked onto Star Tours.
Yes, and I've never been able to walk onto Star Tours, ever. There was like nobody there. And the people that were there, a lot of them were in Galaxy's Edge, admittedly. But it's really quiet right now. Don't believe all the hype.
Galaxy's Edge was packed. The rest of the park was a ghost
It
town.
really wasn't.
It wasn't that packed.
It
There was,
really wasn't.
but like, when we were there, Pirates of the Caribbean had like a 15-minute wait time.
Yeah.
15-minute wait time.
Space Mountain had like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and that was the longest wait time in the whole park.
Yeah.
So
It
We had
wasn't.
2 likes.
wait, Space Mountain was closed. Hyperspace Mountain was open.
Right, Hyperspace Mountain. Sorry, they have Hyperspace Mountain back right now for Season of the Force. Probably, I don't know when they're going to change it. Well, okay, the celebration of opening
For
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
But
Season of the
Galaxy's
Force was
Edge, right? Galaxy's Edge is amazing. Go, don't let what everyone is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All the haters.
I'm sorry, Addie. I'm sorry.
I'm a he. Oh.
I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Did we say she?
I did. I did. I said she. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's
Well,
on me.
She has
Sometimes
problems with gender. She's called
Sometimes
me
it's
mom so
hard
many times.
to know with names too, male or female. Some names are.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Most of the Addies I've known have been female. So,
Me too.
although Addie could be their last name
This is true.
because it's Addie Family Adventures, so it could be their last name.
This is true.
Like ours would be Temple Family Adventures, but we didn't do that.
We did disable Disney.
Big religious belief.
Yeah. So, so yeah, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is amazing. Don't listen to the haters if you're watching this. Try it out for yourself. Any final thoughts from the peanut gallery?
I have one Star Trek one, and nobody hate me for this, but with the age-old Kirk versus Picard argument, Picard, I'm sorry, I love Kirk, don't get me wrong, I do, I like Picard better.
Well,
I agree.
to me,
That was my first.
it's they all have their own attributes, their own things that they're really good at, their own things. I mean, each one of the captains have their own niche, and where they were. What actually is, if you're throwing Cisco in there, you can't really say captains because he was a commander. He was not actually a captain.
Those in charge of where
so-
they were stationed.
Right.
How about that?
They all have their good points.
But yeah, they have their good points and their bad points.
Right.
Things that they're good at, things that they weren't. And to me, it did take Next Gen 2 people to replace Kirk. They did replace him with
Picard,
2 people.
Picard and
Riker. It took Picard and Riker to replace Kirk.
That's true.
Awesome live chat, thumbs up.
Oh, thank you. All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
try again next week, but I don't know what day yet. So we'll let you know on Twitter though. That's where I've been posting it. It's on Twitter. Subscribe if you haven't. I know you guys have. Addie Family Adventures. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Share our channel. We need all the love we can get. Anything else?
Everybody needs love.
I know.
The whole world. Here's this one, and I'm sure Addie Family Adventures, you guys are going to agree with this one. We all throughout the entire planet, we all do the same thing. We get up in the morning, we do what we need to do to start the day. We take it so that way we can take care of our responsibilities because we have people counting on us. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you do. You get up, you get done what you need to get done because you got people counting on you. And if we all respected that and we all helped each other out a little bit more and fought a little less, the whole world would be a better place.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, this means I'm going to get assassinated, just like, what was his name in the Beatles?
Lennon?
John Lennon, yeah. So, because of the fact that he was basically saying the same thing, so.
Yes. All we need is love. All right. Right.
Sons.
Bright suns, because it's during the day.
May the spiders keep you.
May the spiders keep you. And if you don't know what that's about, see our introductory
To
video.
the spires.
Rising moons is goodbye or a safe journey.
No, rising moons is good evening or hello at night. Bright suns is hello.
Whoa, wait. What's pre-evening?
They don't have a pre-evening saying. They're not Sheldon. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Have a magical day.
Green
guys.
clovers, blue diamonds,
Ow.
purple horseshoes.
Go hit stop.
What?
It's the lucky charm. joke he made in our previous Galaxy's Edge video? What are you doing?
I guess we're not
having
leaving
another
it.
technical problem.
We started, but we can't finish. We're not going to stop ever.
We are. Just give me a second. Give me a second.
We
Give me a
are.
second.
We are the children.
Bye.
We are the
Not
ones
yet.
who make a brighter day.
I lost
so
it.
let's start
The cursor.
giving.
Mom, stop it. Hang on. It's not over yet.